इस दुनिया में बहुत तरह के लोग होते हैं. There are some people who are born talented. There are some people who acquire talent and achieve greatness through their hard work. And then there are some people who achieve greatness after they're long gone. The world realizes their importance when once they've, long gone. But today I have a couple with me who they're both prodigies. They were both very talented right from a very early age. They've both been a legend all through their life. Their work and their body of work has been nothing short of great, and their work will outlive all of us. The two people that I have with me are Kavita Krishnamurthy ji and L Subramaniam ji. Sir, ma'am, what a pleasure to share a screen with you and to be able to speak to you, and also the chance of seeing you perform live in our city, Pune. I'm really delighted.
Thank you so much, and it's lovely talking to you too.
Thanks for your very kind words, and we are looking forward to coming to Pune. Thanks a lot for your very kind words. Yeah.
पुणे में आप आ रहे हैं, परफॉर्म करेंगे, उसके बारे में तो बात करेंगे ही, पर आप लोग बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कपल हैं. मतलब आप दोनों के ही मैं आपकी जिंदगी थोड़ा सा पढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहा था. योर लाइफ राइट फ्रॉम वेरी अर्ली चाइल्डहुड हैज बीन nothing short of magic. I mean, ma'am, sir, both of you had a very, clear talent for an inclination for music right from the early age. Ma'am, I want to start with you because you started learning music very early. When did you really pick up?
When I was 7.5, 8, I started with Master G with music, songs, and all that. And of course, I was a school student, but music played a very important role in my family because being a South Indian and also having a Bengali influence, music played a role. And I had a very good teacher who really made us fall in love with music. He made us, love music more and more. Every time he taught us, we thought this was wonderful. So that to have a good teacher in life, especially the first teacher in your life, it's very important. They are the ones who inculcate all these feelings in you.
Right.
I was
Uh,
lucky.
and I was also just going through the list of songs that you have done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is more than 50,000 songs?
No, 50,000 I think is an exaggeration. I would say about anywhere between 20 to 23,000 songs actually. That's
20.
what I feel. I mean, I haven't counted. I know I have been working for 50 and out of that I think at least 47 years would be recordings. But physically I think 50,000 is an exaggerated term. I would put it at max 23, 24,000.
You're saying it as if it's a very small number. This will mean if somebody records, even if it is 25,000 songs, for my audience, I just want to put it in perspective. If you work for 2 decades straight, where you record one song every day, that's how much time it will take for your for you to record that many songs. It is absolutely unbelievable. And I was also doing the maths on how much time it will take for one person to listen to it. If one stops sleeping, eating, and doing anything, it takes more than 100 days if you do it in a row. If you just let it play continuously and don't sleep, that's how much time it will take. And it's crazy.
Thank you. God has been kind. That's what I
Yes.
would say.
And so the same for you. I mean, what amazed me the most is apart from being the the music prodigy that you were right from a very early age, and a composer, and what you do with your violin, and apart from all that, apart from what you do in music, you're also a doctor, a medical doctor. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, but I don't practice. I did graduate as a medical doctor and then switched on to music and continued music. I was, thanks to my father, his inspiration, his guidance, and my mother's guidance. So I switched over to music and had higher education in music.
Those days, middle class families would always worry that music will not be a proper profession and you won't be able to feed your wife and kids. I think that's the fear they would have had. And he said, no, no, you have to do some formal degree. So because he liked science, he decided to do MBBS. But his main calling was music. After that, he decided that no, if I don't do music, I won't be happy.
Wow.
And also partly because those days, there were not possibilities of like now in the recent years. What has happened? You can do music degrees, music courses, and especially what LGC Laxminarayana Global Center is doing with Pune Vishwakarma University is even for people who are practically very strong. They can do higher degrees in music and look forward to doing something. Before, unless you're a doctor or engineer, or later on it became, computer science, you are assured of a job. And in music, you can go to a college and get all the degrees, but then what happens, if you're not practically trained and coached and spend enough time, it's a practical art form. You cannot survive. You couldn't survive, even with a degree those days. But things are changing now.
Right. To have a medical degree meant a very good career. It meant a lot of security, and it's one of the most respected professions that we have in our country. So I want to understand your the mindset of young Dr. L. Subramaniam, who was a doctor already and is now thinking that okay, I will let this go and will probably make a career in something that is considered, oh, will it be a great career in future? Because nobody knows. I'm sure you must have gone through that process in your head, sir.
Basically, for me, what happened was I wanted to be like my father. He was
Hmm.
very passionate about, and but at the same time, being a low middle class family or middle class, whatever you call it, some sort of security for the family. And because our culture is, we want, once we grow up, our thing is, we want our parents to be with us, we want to support them, we want to financially not depend on them and they spend all their life educating us and spending all the money. So later part of the life, we want to be in return do a little bit of things. So I wanted to have a job also. So this was like a sure shot. Plus, I love science. So I joined medicine. But then what happened was when I was in second year, I got an opportunity. My father asked me to play for a German violinist. So he heard me and he told my father, what is he doing? If you come to send him to Germany, I'll train him. He's become a international artist, and he can perform everything. You want an education, he can do music, and I'll help him give everything. So father was very excited, and I was very happy because at the time, thinking of going to Germany and getting a degree and becoming performing, all those things were in 60s was like,
Dream come true.
nobody even dreamt about it because it was nothing close to possibility, So all
Yeah.
of a sudden there's a so I came jumping mother, father also very happy. Okay, go and pursue because father always wanted Indian classical music to be heard in all the major concert halls. His vision was our Indian music should not be treated like, uh, violin sitting and playing on the floor because
Ethnic
violin
music, yeah.
being their instrument, which we adopted later on, even though we had a similar instrument, they always thought it was, ethnic instrument or folk instrument, somebody sitting on the floor and playing, because technically we were not that highly developed. So they always thought it was ethnic folk in that category. So he wanted to change a lot of things and bring that level so high so that they cannot repeat our technique. So they will also start looking at us seriously as another classical form. That was his dream. So he worked so hard and we got it. So after that, I had hope also, even if I go and become a musician, I can do. He had some condition. He said, don't play house concert, don't do this little thing. If you can take our violin to, music, Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, a big orchestra is playing our music, then do it. Otherwise, come back. You have a safe profession, practice as a medical doctor. Whenever you want to play, wherever you want to play, you can play because you're not dependent on that as a professional thing. So that was the mindset. All of a sudden, this opportunity came. I told my mother, I'm leaving, dropping out of medicine. She said, nothing doing. You finish, take the piece of paper, After that, you can go. I tried and I even cried, said, what an opportunity I'm losing. I could have become an international artist. He take me to Germany. I can't go on my own to Germany and all this. She said, nothing doing. You finish it, next day you leave. I won't ask any question. But I'm here.
But she had a point. She said, if you don't do this and you need a piece of paper, you'll be only,
10th grade or
SSLC, 10th grade,
those days was SSLC,
SSLC.
pre-university,
Your stamp will be only SSLC and you won't be
pre-university.
a
Yeah.
graduate if you don't finish your medicine.
So those days
So
was SSLC.
I
Yeah.
think it's a very wise decision she had made. Yeah.
Yeah, also for the number of international collaborations you've done, it it really helps to have a higher education and that kind of understanding of things, to be able to collaborate with artists from so many different places of the world. It does open your mind to different dimensions and makes you a, more rounded person that can really represent India in
Yeah,
true sense.
and he didn't stop at that. After that, he did his masters from California, Cal Arts. He did his masters in Western music after that.
Wow.
So that completed his music education also.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is a lot of our audience are students, especially from VIT, and they're going to see you perform live. I think this is a great message for them. If somebody wants to pursue their dreams in something else, make sure you're good, really good at it, and also make sure you do it justice to whatever courses you're doing. And then, of course, go ahead and build a life of your own dreams. But, sir, I liked how you really got, in a way, discovered. Uh, in the sense that somebody saw your music and they found that okay, there is a great talent in it, and they spotted it at the right time, and then you went on with it. And I think something similar happened to you as well, ma'am. आपको भी बहुत सारे लोगों ने एक के बाद एक, मुझे लगता है, जिसने भी आपको स्पॉट किया, जिसने भी एक बड़े म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर हों, चाहे कोई बहुत बड़े म्यूजिक हस्ती हों, उन्होंने जब भी आपको देखा, जिसने भी, उसने कहा कि ओके ठीक है, ये बचपन से ही की, अरे ये तो बड़ा टैलेंट है। कुछ बताइए मुझे, आपने बहुत बड़े बड़े नामों के साथ।
एक्चुअली मैं एक बात बताऊं, कमिंग टू बॉम्बे एंड सेंट जेवियर्स ज्वाइन करना मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा था। सेंट जेवियर्स ज्वाइन करने के बाद पता चला कि उनका बड़ा अच्छा एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज थे। एक तो नाट्य मंडल था और एक संगीत मंडल था। संगीत मंडल बहुत सारे कॉन्सर्ट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते थे, जिसमें चीफ गेस्ट हेमंत कुमार जी, गीता दत्त जी, ऐसे लोग आते थे। तो मुझे कॉलेज डे में उन लोगों के सामने गाने का मौका मिला। और वैसे ही जब मैंने गाया, तब हेमंता ने मुझे कहा कि मुझे आई एम लुकिंग फॉर अ सिंगर टू सिंग विथ मी ऑन स्टेज, क्योंकि मेरी बेटी रानू मुखर्जी नहीं गाती है स्टेज पे, तो तुम गाओगी क्या? क्यों, रानू और मैं क्लासमेट्स थे। तो तब मैंने कहा डेफिनेटली मैं आपके साथ गाऊंगी। तो वो शुरुआत हुआ। तो फिर उन्होंने फोन उठाया और मन्ना डे अंकल को फोन करके कहा कि ये लड़की गाती है, यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ गर्ल टू सिंग ड्यूएट्स विथ यू ऑन स्टेज, व्हाई डोंट यू टेक कविता? you know तो one thing led to another, but I would say St. Xavier's बहुत मेरे लिए, it was a very good college to be in, क्योंकि बहुत नोटिस वहाँ, और वहाँ पे सारे फिल्म लोगों के बच्चे पढ़ते थे, मेरे क्लासमेट्स बहुत लोग, जैसे पंकज उदास जी थे, या नितिन मुकेश जी थे। एवरीबडी हैज कम आउट फ्रॉम दिस, फारूक शेख जी, शबाज, सब मेरे कॉलेज से निकले हुए हैं। तो कॉलेज में बहुत सारा एटमॉस्फेयर था इस तरह आर्ट्स का।
मुझे बताइए, आप एक कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हो, आप ऑफ कोर्स बहुत अच्छा गाते हो, आपने बचपन से ट्रेनिंग ली है, लेकिन हेमंता आपको बोलते हैं कि एक स्टूडेंट को बोलते हैं चलो मेरे साथ स्टेज पे गाओ, एंड हेमंता इज दिस, ही इज।
Huge, yeah, yeah,
हाँ,
yeah.
तो
Huge.
क्या चल रहा था आपके दिमाग में, दिल में क्या हो रहा था?
क्या, बहुत डरी हुई थी मैं। जब पहली प्रोग्राम के लिए बुलाया, उदयपुर बुलाया, तो ट्रेन लेके उदयपुर पहुंच गए हम लोग। फिर शो में तो गाना था और उनके साथ ड्यूएट्स गाना था। और मुझे याद है कि एक रिहर्सल जब चल रहा था ना, उसमें एक गाना था, जाग दर्द इश्क जाग। हाँ, तो वो गाते गाते वो लता जी का एंट्री आलाप से होता है। तो मैंने भी रिहर्सल में वहां से जब एंट्री किया, मैंने बीच में सांस ले लिया था आलाप के बीच में। तो हेमंता मुझे बोले, इसे तुमने ख्याल किया कि पूरा आलाप में लता जी सांस नहीं लेती हैं, और तुम इतनी यंग हो अभी, तुम्हें सांस लेने की क्या जरूरत है? एक लंबी सांस लेके आलाप गाओ एंड डोंट टेक अ ब्रेथ। देखिए, वहां से मैंने एक चैलेंज, मैंने कहा नहीं ठीक है, मैं स्टेज में नहीं लूंगी सांस वहां पे पूरा। तो मैंने पहले स्टेज फंक्शन में जब गाया, मैंने सांस नहीं लिया, आई मैनेज्ड इट समहाउ। तो ये सब छोटी छोटी बातें इन लोगों से सीखने के लिए मिला। और बहुत डरी हुई थी, हाथ बहुत ठंडे थे।
Matlab, Hemanda, then Manna Day, then Lakshmikant Pyarelal. Uh,
ललित साहब सबके साथ, मुकेश, नितिन जी ने, नितिन मुकेश मेरा फ्रेंड था, बोला पापा के साथ गाओगी, चलो हम लोग जाते हैं। तो नितिन जी के साथ, उनके फादर के साथ, मुकेश जी के साथ गाने गए। फिर तलत साहब बुलाए, तो सबके साथ गाना हुआ। और उसके बीच में फिर 77 में फिर अन्ना जी, सी रामचंद्र जी के साथ गाया। फिर ऐसे करते करते जयदेव जी के लिए गाया। फिर 77 में, 78 में लक्ष्मी जी कांत जी ने मुझे डबिंग के लिए बुलाया। डबिंग मतलब लता जी, फाइनल गाना लता जी गाएंगे, पर शूटिंग के लिए उनको एक फीमेल वॉइस चाहिए ताकि एक्ट्रेस इमोट कर सके। तो लक्ष्मी जी से गाना सीखकर पूरा लाइव स्टूडियो में म्यूजिशियंस के साथ मुझे पूरा गाना लाइव गाना पड़ता था। फिर वो टेप शूटिंग के लिए यूज होता था, और वो लता जी के घर में भी जाता था, क्योंकि ये गाना फिर लता जी को गाना है। वो मेरा बहुत बहुत अच्छा स्कूल ऑफ ट्रेनिंग बोलिए, लर्निंग बोलिए, कि लता जी, फिर लता जी गाती थी वो गाना, फिर मैं सुनती थी कहाँ कहाँ उन्होंने कितनी सुंदर तरीके से वो गाना लेके, इतना मतलब सीखने को मिला मुझे बहुत।
wow.
हम्म।
Uh, I want to understand from the two of you, when you sit together and look back at your work, जो भी आपने काम किया है, uh, what is the right way to probably pass it on, to impart it to the people of the younger generation? Do you have any such plans? Of course, you have a full-fledged school where you train a lot of people and do a lot of things. Could you please explain that to me?
Laxminarayana Global Center of Excellence. I think you can
So
talk about it.
what we have done is created the Laxminarayana Global Center of Excellence. Before we had SAPA, which still we have, where for children we want to initiate children into music is not only important for our culture and also for creativity, because it's a practical art form which emphasizes on creativity. We basically try to do a raga, which is 5 note raga, 7 note raga, for over a period of 40 minutes and half an hour alap and things like that, where basically you can't repeat the same phrase. So we have to do more creative, give different sugar coating, different presentation, different dynamics, so it becomes, so it is a creative process, a spontaneous creative process. We wanted to introduce it to children so that they can apply this spontaneous creativity in any other field, whatever field they are involved in. So I started, now it is run very, very efficiently, even more than I expected, with both my Bindu and Ambi is also involved in that. SAPA is going on. Subsequently, SAPA, they're also reaching different schools and opening up SAPA and schools. My Bindu started with me, then she has taken it to a different level. Then
Hmm.
I decided we should do, because now SAPA is completely taken by, I mean, they decide, they do wonderful job, both Bindu and Ambi, they do that. Then I thought for higher education, for BA and MA and everything, a lot of time, they go to college and try to get a piece of paper as a BA gold medalist. They can, nobody, till today, I've never seen any great successful performers coming out of any institution. On the contrary, there are most of the great artists, whether it's Bhimshen ji or Jasraj ji or M.S. Subbulakshmi or T.R. Malingam, they never went to school. But these are the greatest performers. They set the standard. They are the legends. They created the whole direction and development and evolution of what is happening today. So I said, won't it be nice to um, alter the syllabus? And if it is, since it is a practical art form, I had to create a syllabus where we focus more on practical art form by more listening, more training, and also to give a global outlook. Because nowadays you cannot think of just performing in Bombay or Chennai or Bangalore, because you have to be globally present so that you can take the message. That was my father's idea also. That's the reason we started Laxminarayana Global Music Festival, bringing all the greatest artists in one platform to India
Hmm.
and to different cities. So, education wise, if we can create a syllabus and take it to some university, our future generation not only become performers by taking this degree, because we focus on perform, we give a very, very strong foundation on global music. They have to learn whatever music they learn, they have to learn both the South Indian and North Indian foundation, Western music foundation, then ensemble playing, and all those things which are needed. And now we are also trying to work on introduction to, audio production, video production, which is all important because of it has become a digital platform for many people to get the visibility. Instead of going on, even many people may not get a concert or may not get a recording contract or anything. So if they're educated enough, so they can be successful keeping music as a profession, there's an opportunity to everybody. So with that, Vishwakarma is one of the universities where we have tied up we have finished almost like the second batch of BA will be finished
Graduates, yeah.
and bachelors, and one batch of MA will be finished in another thing. And then we have also a PhD student who have joined in different fields. So where we very specially stylized syllabus created by both of us, along with a brilliant team of people like Dr. Meera and a few other people. We also want students to learn Sanskrit a little bit so that for the pronunciation of the words and text and everything. So that we have started it very, very nice, successfully going, this whole concept of global music, BA honors with global music and MA and also a PhD we have started already. We are in the process of thinking seriously to start certificate courses to introduce people to music. Fortunately, I was involved when Mr. Dr. Kasturi Rangan was the national advisor for the education. He asked me to come to a couple of meetings. So at the time, I told him, "Why are you calling me? If you call me, I'll be talking about music." He said, "No, no, I want to hear what is in your mind." So I dragged my daughter also. So I said, if you introduce music, they're all learning PT, this and that, karate and all those things. Music is also it's a very, very important for our society.
Mm.
It is also important because you cannot segregate music from spirituality, our roots, our heritage. Everything is very, very important. So I said introduce as even as a subject, could be an elective, because before that music was never there. So if you're an engineering student, you studied only that, but you could study other things, anything. Now it has changed. So you can take music also as a subject, as an elective, and you can take credit, which is valuable. If your credit is not there, nobody will take it. So a lot of good things are happening, and hopefully even in schools they're talking about introducing music, which we talked about. It is children with musical knowledge will become more creative. They do very well in everything. Plus, also there will be a mental ban, emotional stability, mental balance. Because sometime back I was in IIT in Chennai as a chief guest. I told there are many times in IIT people commit suicide because of a lot of pressure, a lot of tension. What does music does? It releases all the tension. When you listen to any music which you like, doesn't have to be ABC, whatever you like.
Mm.
At that time, you completely forget everything. You don't think about, oh, I have to pay this bill. I didn't, my car was an accident. I have to repair that. Nothing you think. You forget if you're involved in music. So that kind of clearing your mind and elevating it to a next level, peace
Mm.
of mind, that's what it does. It is not harmful. So I said it is important to introduce in schools and things like that. So with Vishwakarma, I'm very, very happy we are doing that. And also presenting this festival. We are doing it in other
Yeah.
universities also.
With Vishwakarma, of course, this is it's an ambitious plan, an ambitious, shall I say, thinking. But we're hoping that it's slowly coming to fruition, and I'm sure we'll be happy to see a day where even a computer scientist or a person student says, "Let me do music as an elective."
And
That'll be a very successful day for us.
I
And
was really happy because both Mr. Bharatji and also the Vice Chancellor,
Mr. Siddharth,
Mr.
they're all so,
Siddharth,
so
they are
forward thinking in their
very, very
yes,
open-minded,
open-minded and
forward-thinking,
forward
instead of
thinking.
thinking, that this
This
is
is
the
not
not
possible.
possible.
They are going along with us. It can be a struggle at points, but they're helping us with the struggle, and they're also joining, and they're also dreaming of these things.
In fact, we want to
That's why
start.
this festival is also happening,
Yeah.
just to get the students going, saying, okay, this is how you can be a professional musician. This is how you organize a concert. There's so many learning things even when a concert happens.
So initially, when they met us in Bangalore, we said we will plan it and start 1 year later. But Bharatji and Siddharthi said, no, no, sir, we want to start right now. So it was all start rush, immediately rushing and launching the whole thing.
Yeah.
They were so forward thinking, and they wanted to carry on and do things. So I think the people, if they understand the benefit of that, if they understand the importance of that, and also the how much of time we are, a lot of some of the great legendary artists, they're all, I'm trying to drag in them so that they can give video talks and things like that. We have got artists coming from
Yeah, it's
international
not an
people.
easy task, but we are working very hard on it right now.
Mm. Superb. Laxminarayana Global Music Festival is happening. It's happening at Phoenix Market City on Sunday, Liberty Square. And actually, the beauty of it is open for public as well. So if you want to come and see these two legendary musical personalities live, I'm excited that I'm going to see you because in more ways than one, I've been touched by your work. So have to tell you that what you composed for Surabhi was a big part of my childhood.
Oh, nice.
Brings back really
Wow.
fond memories, and I could be playing anywhere in some other room, but if that music played, it meant it was time for me to stick to the television and not move for for that while. And ma'am, one of the first times, this first song that I heard and that the song that I heard on a big music system, like a concert like music system, was Hawa Hawaii from Mr. India. And it amazes me that from that time, and then of course even before that, you did a lot of music, and to something like Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and Devdas. You're I'm amazed. Could you please tell me what ये राज क्या है? ये आवाज आप कैसे इसके क्या ख्याल रखती हो?
पता नहीं, बस मुझे सारी जिंदगी भर मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ड कोशिश रहा है, और नॉट टू गिव अप, क्योंकि मैं अक्सर, मुझे बहुत सर्दी खांसी, इससे मैं बहुत सालों से भुगतती हूँ, पर मैंने कभी इस चीज से डिफीट एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया।
आइसक्रीम खाते हो आप?
कभी जब ठीक रहती हूँ तब खाती हूँ, पर बहुत ऐसा समय होता है कि बहुत तकलीफ रहती है मेरे, पर फिर भी मैंने गाना गाया, उस तकलीफ में भी मैंने डिफीट। तो मुझे लगता है कोशिश, किसी के लिए भी कोशिश का जो वर्ड है ना, वो लास्ट दिन तक वी हैव टू कीप ट्राइंग, एंड नॉट गिव अप। If you,
I
because
think
it's something you love doing, then why give it up? You have to keep trying, because the process of trying, it's so nice. वो जो स्ट्रगल और वो जो ट्राई करते हैं ना, उसमें ही बहुत सुहाना सफर रहता है जिंदगी का, मेरे
वंडरफुल,
हिसाब
वेरी
से।
वेल सेड। कोशिश करते रहना चाहिए। ये दिस इज अ लेसन, अ लॉट ऑफ लेसन्स दैट आई हैव टेकन फ्रॉम टुडेस कॉन्वर्सेशन। Ma'am, sir, thank you so much for talking to me, and I really look forward to seeing you perform live in Pune.
We're so happy that you're coming. We look forward to
Yeah,
seeing
look
you
forward
there.
to seeing
Really.
you,
Yeah. And I hope you'll enjoy the performances of all the varied artists that we have.
and also I'm so happy. I thought who would have remembered Surabhi because such an old piece, but
Yeah.
getting from you that you still remember that piece, that makes me
It's a big award,
think about.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big award.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you and good luck. And see you day after tomorrow.
Yes.